Hello and welcome back to Torment Tides of Numenera. So, this has been exciting. So last time we finally managed to get the Stitcher roll to get them to go be nice, and the council lady that we were working for was kind of a bitch and took off, but whatever. And then we got to wander through the really cool Stitcher tunnels with like nifty rock and statues. Then we ended up down here in what is apparently my sanctuary. Although to be honest, I'm not sure why they're calling it a sanctuary. I mean, it wasn't hard to get into. I just kind of strolled in. It doesn't seem to have any intrinsic properties that would make it, I don't know, sanctuary-ish. But that's okay. And we found a way into our head, met the girl who'd been killed in the puzzle box, and got her, like, to give us a buff, which is neat, because it sounds like we can do more than one of these at a time. And this is a good one, adding to our pools. Super excited about that. And I leveled up and didn't even notice. Okay, so I already increased my edge. I could increase effort or my stat pools. I totally want effort. Yes, definitely.
I've learned something new.
I didn't even notice that. Okay, and I noticed this little glowing thing up here that shows me what my dominant tide is. I was kind of hoping that I would get to see sort of, I don't know, like a polar map to kind of show me like where I was against the various other ones. But that's okay. Empathy, compassion, and sacrifice, huh? Well, okay, whatever. That's fine. Okay, good. And now my max effort went up so I can spend more stats on hard rolls. Okay, so let's poke at this thing a little more. Use the thin mirror to kill yourself again. Seriously. Ugh. Okay, let's take a look at the small oval mirror. The pulsing blue star beneath your forehead expands as you watch. Oddly enough, it feels like it belongs there, like it was waiting to be discovered. Motion draws your attention to the other two mirrors. In them, you see a very different reflection of yourself. Pale clouds of blue light surround your hands. Feathery tendrils trail from every fingertip, flicking at the air. You raise your hand. Your reflection does as well. Suddenly, your head burns with the ache of a radiant object within it. Let's look at my hands. The skin is glowing. Tiny, needle-like tendrils emerge from the tips of each fingers. Tiny tools for delicate work. Pluck out the object? Hope that's not the Numenera. You press your fingertips against your forehead and feel the needle-like tendrils close around the round object inside your head. Carefully, you pull it out. The rising agony melts away, and the glow slowly fades from your hands, revealing a bronze sphere in your palm, growing more substantial with every passing second. Bronze sphere. This is a fist-sized bronze sphere that you removed from a trans-dimensional space inside your head. Right. Its surface is covered in interlocking spirals. A quest object? I don't even know what it's for. Okay, so let's watch the purple glow on the side mirrors. I'm a little worried that, like you said, like things looking back. As soon as you look into the mirror at your left, a torrent of radiant light flows through you, nearly tugging you off your feet. You regain your balance just in time to see the light pass into the mirror on your right. In that mirror, you see a machine aglow with the same purple light you spotted before. If you allow the light to carry you, chances are that it will take you to wherever that machine is. Well, okay, it looks like I built this stuff, given the whole, like, pulling thing out of my head. So let's go with it. Let's look at the purple glow and allow it to carry me through the opposing mirror. A flood of purple light streams from the mirror as soon as you look at it. It lifts you from your feet and carries you into the mirror on the other side. Cool. Isn't this Cliff's Edge? Not Cliff's Edge, whatever the first place was. Oh! Hey guys, how's it going? So that's just a shortcut? Huh. Well, cool. I guess. Well, I'd poked at everything in there that was pokeable, so... Okay. Is there a way to send myself back?
I'm ready.
Right. Huh. Okay. So it's a one-way teleport. Okay, that's moderately irritating, but fine. Okay, so, oh yeah, let's return this book. It says use, and I don't know what that means. That worries me a little. Not you. This one. No, I'm not gonna click it. Let's just go take it back. Flinda! Hey, good news. Remember that book I borrowed 5 lifetimes ago or whatever? Here you go. The thief returned, the merchant said. Flinda wondered why, but did not ask. Here you go. Here's the tome of stinging thorns. Flinda snatched the book from the thief's hands, the merchant says, doing so. And yes, it was the same book. Still sealed, still worthless, still priceless. The merchant traces the sigil on the cover for a silent, long moment. As a reward, Flinda invited the thief, the customer, to take, yes, take, one of the merchant's more ragged books as payment. Stock space was limited after all, and the customers would be doing Flinda and Starasti a favor. Wow. You lean forward to examine Flinda's bookshelf. So if I'd used it, would it have broken the seal, and then she would have been mad and not knowing these things? Okay. The Rise of the Angulan Knights. 2 weeks and a day in the pleasure wagons. Okay. Humming and Hiding, The Secrets of the Labyrinth of Sound. Known Powers, a historical examination of the rulers in the Ninth World. This sounds... Okay, so this sounds dumb. I'm not into romance novels, sorry. I do enjoy some Agatha Christie, but this sounds just historical. This sounds historical. Secrets of the Labyrinth of Sound. Flinda gladly handed the book over. The Labyrinth of Sound was an intriguing topic indeed. Humming and Hiding, you say? I'd like to borrow that when you're through, Tiber says, stroking his chin. It sounds fascinating. Humming and Hiding, The Secrets of the Labyrinth of Sound. I will not tell you why I found myself lost within the crumbling tower of Casmus Goal, nor will I speak on the state I found myself in, or what was with me, or who was with me, sorry. Promises were made in the spiraling depths of the Labyrinth of Sound, promises I intend to keep. Instead, I will tell you of my escape from that echoing prison. Bakrasha, you might say. I know enough of the labyrinth to say that it is but a dark room, navigated by music rather than crude movement. Furthermore, it is deserted. One will not, for example, stumble across bands of thieving Murden there, as you did in your thrilling account of the crossing of Deep Vormask. To this, I respectfully ask you to close this book and explore the labyrinth on your own, bereft of my guidance. You will find the melody-scarred bones of my friends still cooling there. You will stumble over grotesque evidence of the choices I made to escape these lightless halls, and you will see just how far your rudimentary knowledge will take you. Otherwise, be silent and read on. Neat. The thief's companion said, wondering if Flinda was naked beneath these heavy robes. Flinda says, sighing. Tiber blinks, then turns to you. Guilty, he says, shrugging. Alright. Well, thanks for talking. So, let's take a look here. Can I give this to Tiber? Where'd we go? Oh, yeah. So, what did I gain? It said I gained something. Or did Tiber gain something? Huh. Well, I saw something. And I can't easily pull it back up. Humming and Hiding. Yeah, it said that I gained the Humming and Hiding something something. Well, it doesn't matter at the moment. We'll hold on to it. That's good. Okay, so we're going to return to Mapper. We're working on this. Oh, that's right. Okay, we got to finish this guy. I haven't decided if we're going to go back and do this yet. Not worried about her. Sorrow's Prey. Right. So we've read some of this. Right, we had the puzzle box, we talked to the reflection. Right, did that. Let's see here. Learn more about that, that's not interesting. We looked at the house. Return to Zaufi. I've learned that a murdered man was named Orselio, and he was a castiff like me. He adopted a daughter and kept it to himself, but when his house collapsed and the girl was killed, he went looking for a way to die. Apparently, he drew the attention of the Sorrow, and it gave him what he wanted. This story should be enough to satisfy Zophie. I should return to his workshop in Circus Minor and tell him what I found. Yes! You were the very first person I talked to, I think, in this game. This is fantastic. I like wrapping things up. Hello, my friend. Zophie's red-rimmed eyes narrow as you approach. You've learned something of my subject. Why did he go willingly into his murderer's arms? Tell me, leave nothing out. His otter was killed when their home collapsed. Grief drove him to seek his own death. Grief! Zophie shouts, lunging at his nearest sculpture. He was ruled by sorrow and the creature killed him. Did he call to her? Was it anger? No. Resignation? Madness. Carving, scraping, shouting, and muttering, Zophie has clearly forgotten you were here, except for one detail. His hand gropes clumsily in his pocket, retrieves a pouch, and thrusts it at you. Good luck and farewell. Cool. Spirit Shroud. +2 physical resistance. So when damaged by energy, chemical, mental, or transdimensional, gain 15% evasion, which is active for 1 round. This garment has no defined edges, like a wrapping cover, but someone fitted onto it a dozen crude metal hooking fasteners. Okay. When properly draped over one's outer clothing, the fasteners provide a weather-tight overlap. Ethereal and mist-like, the shroud's almost non-color nevertheless reflects a vibrant white not unlike the snow and ice it protects against. It may well have been plundered from a grave, but the material seems new, spotless, and utterly devoid of wrinkles. Why anyone would want to protect the dead from the cold is a valid question. It will find better use amongst the living. Neat. That's super cool. Can you see it on me? Tiber, Zophie. Oh, I'm back here. Get over here so I can see it. Oh, that's super cool looking. Alright. Okay, well, let's continue on our way. So actually, we're going to head up to Government Square, because we can make 2 stops on our way back. This is really good. I feel like I've been getting stuck in all these branching quests and getting lost because I get too excited about being a completionist. But this is great. Oh, that's right. I lost the buff because I died and went to the labyrinth. That's okay. Yes, they can give us special bonuses. We saw that. Exciting times. Okay, so first, let's come talk to the council clerk, correct? I just want to double check before I go ahead and do this. This was the airship thief. Okay, I'll have to petition the council clerk. Ah, you know what? Because now I solved the thing for the council lady. I wonder if they put in a good word for me. And save me a couple $100. The clerk notes your approach, as an Anine would notice the return of a particularly ravenous bloodfly. An annoyance to be addressed, and driven off lest matters grow worse. I'd like to talk about paperwork? Is that what we're going for? Yes, okay. First let's ask about Makina. Do you have any records about someone named Makina? I've seen the name, he mutters, in far too many requisitions for discretionary funds. With confident but deliberate speed, he reviews a series of documents, which seem to confirm his initial impression. She does not appear as a citizen, nor in any census. Instead, or indeed, she is mentioned nowhere on ledgers and requisitions. Needless to say, these are transactions whose nature is not specified. Who is paying her to kill people that's on the council? That's interesting. Okay, I'm trying to resolve a legal dispute between 2 men named Eratus and Renio. Eratus crashed an airship of Renio's. Can you help? Do you think that because I can make a document vanish at the snap of my fingers, I can do the same for a civil suit? He shakes his head with slow condescension. It's not so easy. The only relief the city could provide would be taking over Eratus' liability for the accident through a certificate of indemnity. But I can assure you, the council does not take on any such liability willy-nilly, nor does it grant its clerk discretion to fritter away the city's money. He stares at you with 2 eyes. Only someone much more important than you or I could persuade the council to do a thing. Have you such a friend? I do indeed. Palai will help me. The clerk shrugs. Well, I suppose she has the discretion to authorize such relief, provided she can find a suitable justification. He scribbles a message down and sends it off through a portal. A reply returns with admirable speed, and you see from the inelegant script that was dashed off by a hurried hand. Whereas, assuming law and equity, blah blah blah, the clerk mutters. He lays the sheet down, embosses it with the lesser seal of Sagas Cliffs, and then passes it to you. It is a certificate of indemnity, assuring Renio that he can collect any damages from the city's treasury. It seems Palai found adequate justification.
Updated my journal.
Now, is there something else you need, or can I return my focus to my work? I'm good. Thanks, dude. Farewell. So, this is a quest item, correct? Alright, so... do we go settle that first and then go talk to this person? Yeah, let's stay focused here for just a second for once. I know this is strange and confusing that I'm doing 2 consecutive steps in the same quest, but what I don't want to do is accidentally get stuck on a mainline quest and make it difficult to come back and complete these. So, I don't want to go crazy running fetch quests, but yet. Okay, buddy old pal. Master Renio. I love that cloak. That's so cool. My weird shield. I'm awesome. My vessel remained grounded until the thief responsible for stealing my airship has made me whole. Good news. Are you ready to discuss terms for your thieving friend? Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. What will you offer? Hand Renio the certificate of indemnity.
Updated my journal.
You pass the certificate of indemnity you got from the council clerk to Renio. He takes the document gingerly, as though expecting it to bite. Reads it, his lips moving slowly. They freeze mid-word. Compensation for any and all damages, he quotes? How in the world did you... Never mind. He waves his hands. This is magic. I don't want to know how the trick was done. He eyes you with great tenderness. Thank you. You've saved my family's businesses, and with that uncertainty out of the way, I'll be resuming flights to the Valley of Dead Heroes shortly. Cool. Alright. This is excellent. We're clearing stuff out here. Okay. Should we go do Hidden Enemy on our way back? Oh, we can't go there. Yeah, sure. Or wait, no, let's go back to the Order of Truth and see what they can do in terms of getting that year of the life ripped out of the poor baker that we met. Here's an interesting factoid for you. Graduate students in the biological sciences have a higher tendency to drop out of their programs, and when they do, they significantly tend towards opening bakeries or something along those lines. Just now you know. I was gonna open a bakery once. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm talking to the right person. Okay. Oh, just talk to the EM priests. Okay. I don't think I have to speak with anyone around here. Okay, they're good. There's Castellage. Good. So we can chat with her. Let's talk to Salamary real quick. I don't know who it is to speak to. Okay. All good. I don't expect Nerf to have anything interesting to talk to us, given that he's just interested in, let's say, mating. Okay. Lanuring. Oh. What does this mean? I'll tell you about something I've discovered. You can claim it as your own and become an Eon priest. Or do I want to tell him that I know he's a spy? See, here's the thing. I don't know who the Memovir are. Just because someone doesn't like them doesn't mean that they're my enemy. It also doesn't mean that they're my friend. I mean, friend and enemy don't map that way, you know. Your enemy's enemy is just your enemy's enemy. So, so what was he doing? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Building your brain stuff. I love machine intelligence, but let's kind of keep that under our hat for now. Okay, let's go talk to Min. Okay, I don't want to rat him out. Do you have more time to talk about mechanical Numenera? The reasonable answer is no, he says, but no one needs me to sign anything right now, so yes. Yes, I do. So, I've met a levy that's losing its mind. It wants to take a better year from its creator. It what? Min says. That's horrible. His gaze drifts to the air, and very, very fascinating. I could build something based on our machine that would trade a year of the citizen's life, assuming you're willing to pay 60 shins for parts. He glances at you sharply. And the citizen was willing, of course.
I'll remember that.
Alternatively, if you want to spare the parts and the day it would take me to make it, you could try building it yourself, he says, nodding his head at the table near the machine. If you like a challenge. See, I don't mind the 60 bucks, that's fine, but the day it would take me, because I don't want to sleep again. Let's try building it myself. That's the spirit. Not that we couldn't use the money, mind you, but we're not all about getting rich here after all. Okay, let's go poke at it.
I'm going.
If it looks like it's going to be a bad roll or something too complicated, I'll just go back and do it. Okay. Okay. So we've got machinery lore and how it works. Let's dig things out of our head first. Let's try to determine why this machine seems so familiar. Let's go with 85. Yes.
I'm starting to figure this weird place out.
Good for you, kid. I don't. Critical success. Stat pools on, effort restored. Cool. The memory opens like a gaping mouth and closes around you. Hot wind pulls at your robes. Jagged grit claws at your eyes. Squinting through the storm, you see this machine half buried in the sand. Curiously, you wedge open a panel. Inside is a sphere, sparkling like a jewel, but soft. The life drains from you into the sphere, like blood from a wound. The machine is stealing your life. Growling, you return the favor, ripping the sphere from the machine and regarding it with cold eyes. The memory releases you abruptly, leaving you panting in front of the machine, which is not the ruined monstrosity your predecessor discovered in the ruins. You know, however, that the orb is sealed somewhere within this device. Okay, so it said it refreshed my stat pool. So, okay, so only the 2 that I had. Ooh, level up, alright.
Of course.
So we've got that mystery ball. Okay, we'll just roll 100% here. After several minutes of examining the spare parts on the table and the machine itself, you think you understand. Most of the components can channel or focus the life taken from a subject. One of them, and if you are correct, is the device that pulls the life from the subject. But none of them can store life, even temporarily. Furthermore, there are no duplicate components. You will only have one shot at building the device that his levy needs. Okay, I've got machinery and quick fingers. Yeah, I'm rolling 100 on this. Easy.
Making a note.
The goal, of course, is to channel the life directly from Finzen to his levy with no intermediary step. It will not be as elegant as the machine beside you, but it should work. Probably. Working with great care, you fit the delicate components together with quiet snicks and clacks, following the insubstantial blueprint in your mind. Clack. There. Done. Finzen and his levy await. Cool. So, let's take a look at this. Inventory. Chronal transference device. This is a blinking and humming assembly of synth and metal parts, cobbled together from spare components of the machine that creates the levees of Sagas Cliffs. The device should transfer a year of life from a human to his or her respective levy, assuming both parties are willing. And that it works and doesn't explode.
Yes.
Or,
now.
Given that it's messing with time, it'd probably be something much less pleasant. Interesting. Alright. So now we can go wrap up 2 quests over here. I think. Well, we can wrap this one up, and then we can wrap up, or we'll poke at the other Stitcha and see what it has to say. Now that I can talk to it, at least. Oh, yeah, I haven't been back here since I could talk to it, have I? I don't know. I don't think so. I want to know what that nifty ball is, too. Oops, this is not where I meant to go. But, that's okay.
Of course.
As my companions slowly totter after me. Hurry up! Get it together. Actually, I better remember that in situations where I may be getting into a battle, is to gather my party before I venture forth. Alright. So, Finzin, buddy old pal. Good news, or, well, news. I brought a device that will transfer a year from you to your levy.
Making a note.
Fine, just 1 year, right? He chuckles, but there's not much humor in it. I got a few to spare. Let's get this over with. Hey, levy! How does this thing work? Do we get to pick the year or what? Will this hurt him? I do not want this to... Ah! I am well now, sir. And you? I can't whistle. Sorry. Well, it's done, he says. Funny thing, the first year they took didn't hurt a bit. This one stings like glass in the gut. But the levy's gone. That's something. You feeling okay? Honestly, no. Got some hammering in my head and a greasy feeling in my throat. Hoping it goes away. Alright. Farewell, friend. Oh hey, before I forget, let me give you something for all the trouble. He drops a small pouch into your hand and stumbles away, clutching at his side and cursing under his breath. Good! We got a couple healing consumables. That's excellent. $50, which I don't care about, but still, that's cool. Alright, let's go talk to the Stitcha. Yeah, Rin in particular is pretty slow. Yeah. That's fine though. Oh, jeez, everyone's got levels. Okay, let's do that first.
Of course.
Okay. Tybir, hello. Okay, so you can do all 4 of these. So you've got 3 effort. Your edge is only in speed, which makes sense. You could increase your effort or ability or skill. So what would our skills be? Initiative, stealth, or running? Abilities would be Sucker Punch. Okay, he's already got that, so that would be good. Or Feint, which does +4 damage. Or Issue Challenge. I don't need that. Increase Edge. So he is focusing on being speedy, I think. Right? Is that what these abilities... That's Might, Willpower, Int. So actually, it's not any of those. You can already put 3 effort into things. Let's... I don't know. Let's put an edge into Might.
Now I'm ready for anything.
Oh, right. And I have a new weapon. Is that something I want to poke at? Let's see here. That's in my backpack. So a medium melee weapon. Okay, that's +4 damage. Oh, and this nifty ranged weapon. Oh, geez, I gotta play with these. Okay, so what's your current weapon? Is 3 physical damage, plus up to +4. 8 physical damage. Hello. Okay, and what is my sword using friend over here? Wow, that's pretty cool. And these are both medium melee. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's a huge upgrade. Okay. Now Rin. Yeah, you're bad at everything except for light weapons. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, let's level you up. Wow. Stat pools, effort, or skill. Perception, running, healing, quick fingers. Let's see here. Effort. Sure.
Maybe I can do this.
Sure. You're all good. Okay, and she's got the rapier, which is kind of neat. Okay, an Eridus. So all I can do is improve skill. Endurance. +5 health. Okay. Initiative. Prevents enemies from getting the drop on you. Oh, allows them to act earlier. Okay. Running, bonus movement distance. Healing, persuasion, smashing. Let's go with initiative. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, you have reached tier 2. Elbow grease, plus 5% bonus from each level of effort spent on smashing your quick fingers. Nah. Wow, he is the greatest hero that ever lived. 3 might and 3 speed. You betcha. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, okay. Fell Swoop. Attack an arc in front of you, dealing weapon damage to all enemies who fail to evade. Oh yeah. You betcha. And select a skill to increase. Is he using a two-handed weapon? I think so, but he is definitely a heavy weapon user. Okay, let's see if I did that wrong. Heavy melee weapon, okay. Okay, good. Good. I am really pleased with this. So, this ranged weapon, none of us have any bonuses to ranged weapons, do we? Well, I'm at 0. Actually, because my little stabber is 3 plus 3, and this nifty shooter here is 4 plus 3. Do I have anything on, let's see here, light ranged versus light melee, and I have none of the above. So, I'm just a novice. So let's use ranged, because it does a little more damage, but much more importantly, in my opinion, it keeps me out of stabbing range and gives me something that I can do when I'm too low on stats to use spells. Okay, this is phenomenal. Oh, what was the other thing? So I've got this. Didn't I have another item that I could use? This is an ornament, right? So it looked like I could swap these back and forth. So let's just do that. Let's be very careful not to lose that. Okay, let's actually... Oh, medium melee weapon. Is that what you're using? Yeah, but that's way better. Okay, so let's keep my consumables right here at the front. Okay, good. And let's keep this amulet up here at the top so I don't lose it. Where's the book that he wanted to read? Here. Have it. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Okay. So, here's another item. And there's these two things that I haven't decided what I'm going to do with those yet. Okay, and this stuff is all more or less safe to sell, except for this little guy. Okay, alright, I'm feeling good about us right now. So, let's go talk to the Stitches. Actually, you know what? Terrible news. I'm going to take... No, I'm not. We'll run this a little long. I changed my mind. What is the Stitches doing up here? He clicks and scents resolve themselves into words in your head. Ton to live, below. But bad claw not dig, not eat, no home, stitch a family, and the scent it uses is one of desolation and abandonment, a great void within the earth. You were sent up here? By the other Stitcha? Why? It holds up its malformed claws. Not good. It presses its shell, which bends like leather. Soft like grub. Not strong, not dig, not eat, no worth. Trash, rubble. Not even Nell Tunnel. Stitcha dig for food? What do you eat? I know this, but... It makes a digging motion, dragging its claws against the ground, and then with its other, fans its stubby talons like someone miming a bright flash. Dig makes sparks. Eat sparks. Not dig, not make sparks. Not eat. Hunger. So if you can't make them to eat, why haven't you starved to death? It points down the alley. Baby brown grub feed. It shows you a heap of small electrical devices, all drained of energy. Spark shells, spark tubes. It points to itself, and the smells of flint and steel. Eat. Its scent is gratitude. So what are you doing up here in this garbage dump? Right. We already know about that. Are you the Stitches everyone is looking for? It waves its malformed claw in affirmation. A man with a yellow shell left you in Sagus's cliffs? Do you mean a man with yellow skin?
Making a note.
Its odor becomes strong, hard rock. mixed with veins of ancient metal. Intense affirmation. Okay, that's interesting. According to the stitches, Lord Vunkin found it in a tunnel and brought it to Cliff's Edge. So he's totally set this whole thing up. What an asshole. Okay, let's go call him on that. Slap him around a little if he doesn't fess up to it. We've all got pretty sharp weapons at this particular instant. Let's everyone come group up. Come here. Come on, Ren. Don't be slow. Wonder if that's because of her speed stat. Okay, Lord Vunkin. Bad news, buddy. I learned how to talk to the Stitches. Ah, the likely one is back, and you've returned a hero. I heard how you dealt with the Stitcher. Fine work. He shakes his hug. Sadly, the road Stitches we've been hunting here is still at large. I don't suppose you've spotted it yet. Yeah, so I spoke to the Stitches, and it said you captured it and left it in Cliff's Edge. He laughs. Preposterous, it's lying to you. Why would I do such a thing? And if you spoke to the creature, does that mean you know where it is? I'm starting to think that you brought the Stitches to Cliff's Edge to give the people an enemy to hate. What proof do you have? The word of a Stitches? Do you think anyone would listen to it, even if they could understand it? He waves a hand. Instead of discussing this, why don't you tell me where it was when you spoke to it? Do I tell him I found it and it's harmless? Okay, we'll think about that and come back, because I wonder if I could find some proof. Let's look at this journal here real quick. Hidden enemy. That's interesting. Well, I wonder if it's just that option. But, just in case it's not and we're starting on some grand voyage, let's go ahead and take a break here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.